All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Paladin's Keep, where I am excited to begin yet another adventure. With the Demon Souls, Dark Souls games being officially completed, you guys get to join me as I tear through the blood-drenched, Lovecraftian, horror-themed streets of Yharnam. And we are going to begin our playthrough of Bloodborne. I did that right on the beat drop, and that was dope. So let's go ahead and get started with some Bloodborne, and yeah, let's see what we can do here. Let's have a little bit of some fun. I'm gonna do some stuff that I don't typically do when I play these games, and that's I'm gonna try to read a lot of item descriptions so we can get some lore in here. So I'm gonna position this for first-time players.
Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Okay, so character creation is us signing a contract. That's always good. Paladin. Right. Gender, obviously male. Mature. Origin. So, we have milquetoast, ordinary, happy upbringing. All attributes are average. I can see that pretty well. Lone survivor of Lost Hamlet, high life essence and vigor. Okay, so it's good. Vitality. Troubled childhood. Suffered misfortune in youth, highly resilient as a result, so it's good endurance, that's stamina. Also good skill, so that's like good for a dex build. Violent past, violent past, rash but stronger for it, and that's got really good strength right out the gate. Born specialist, fit for sleuthing in academia, good skill. Military veteran, experience in war, soldier with strength and skill, so you can see good there. Scion to a respectable line with faith in your pedigree. It's good blood-tinged and skill. Cruel fate, face terrible hardships, but now confident in your purpose, and that's good arcane. And then waste of skin, you are nothing. Talentless, you shouldn't have been born. We're either going to take cruel fate or violent past. We're doing a specific build. It's going to be like a level 120 build. Let's see here. So the build shows 30 vitality, so this would be fine. Obviously that would be fine. 15 endurance, so this would be good. That'd also be good. 50 strength, so this one would be really good. That one would be okay. And then about 10 skills, that'd be good. That would be good. And then 25 arcane, which both would be fine for it. I think because of the early game, because of the specific weapon we're doing, we might go with violent past, so we can have a higher strength score out the gate. We're going to be looking for the Tonitrus as kind of our first main weapon slot for the build. But we can utilize weapons like the Kirk Hammer or the Hunter's Axe before we do that. The strength will help us with that. And then when we get the Tonitrus, that's when Arcane's going to start coming into play. And then we'll get to the Moonlight Greatsword, which is what I'm going to be using for the end of the game. And that's when Arcane's going to really be beneficial. So it'll be like a late game build. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and start with Violent Past appearance. Go ahead and get this figured out. Let's do voice. I'll do mature. Build. Burly upper body. Skin color. That's good. That's a lot of... Nope, don't need that. Face details. Alright. Face presets. I'll go with that one. Let's go with that one. Features. Hair and age. I don't want him looking old. We're gonna hyper masculinize him for fun. Oh, I see. Okay. This is always tough. I don't even know like half of what I'm doing, I'll be honest. Cheeks, mouth, no, jaw. Jaw protrusion. Oh my god. Let's do that, jaw width. Right? Yeah. It's like, how do we make Giga Chad? Oh my. Just for the fun. Okay, so let's do hair. Be good. We're gonna be doing like a knight. That's what we're gonna be making. Oh, what in the anime? This will be fine. Beard. Ah, gentleman. Yes. Oh. Oh, oh, we might have to do that. I do want the gentleman's moustache. I might just go with that. And then brow. Tattoo. No glasses. All right. We're going to go ahead and finalize that contract so we don't waste too much time. Powder Cake Hunter Badge. Badge crafted by the Powder Cakes, the heretics of the workshop. The Powder Cakes' adoration of complex design and big booms culminated in the weapon design. I didn't get to finish.
All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin.
We won't rely on anything that comes out of the loading screen.
Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens.
So here's kind of what I recommend when it comes to starting Bloodborne. So if anyone here is a first-time player, if you're watching me on YouTube, welcome to the playthrough. Hope you're gonna have a good time as we dig through this game. One of my recommendations for starting this game is just right off the bat. I would really recommend you just go and die because it makes your life way easier right off the start. You can survive pretty early if with enough skill, and I'll show you where that truly is at. But there's no point. Like, you don't have to do it. It's not like you and I'll explain why here in a second. But essentially, what has just happened is we've been the recipient of a blood transfusion, and that blood transfusion comes from a location known as Yarnum. And so, as a result, we're having this problem, where there is a bestial rage that is claimed the citizens of Yarnum through these blood transfusions, and it almost just claimed us. So it doesn't, as you can see, because the blood beast just got burnt alive. And then we get to see these cool little, like mini zombie looking dudes. Don't worry about what his face looks like. Just where there's a will is a way. Okay, so here's basically.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
Great, I lost connection to... Okay, that's cool. Not sure why that had to happen, so we'll just play this in offline mode then, which is actually kind of rather nice. I don't know if people are still playing this game, but you can get invaded, and I don't want to deal with it. And if I go offline, then who cares? Hunter hat. We'll get there in a minute. Okay, so we start off here in this location known as Yosefka's Clinic. The door to this side is not open. As you can see, we don't have anything. We have no weapon. We have no items. We just exist. We're just here, right? So this is why I recommend you just starting off the bat and just getting yourself killed when you can. Handwritten scrawl. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. So that's basically the only note that we have. The only task, the only goal, the only mission that we can accomplish is to seek pale blood. Attack with R1. Obviously, it's a soul game. Lock on, as you would in a soul game. Now here's why I recommend you die. It's because here is our first main enemy of the game, and it's this kind of bestial wolf-looking guy. He's got practically no health. We have some essential in his bubble. Yeah. So I don't recommend. I recommend you getting killed right there. Like if this is your first time playing this game, I recommend you just let that guy kill you. And that is because upon death, you will go to what is this game's version of Firelink Shrine, where you will acquire your starting loadout. HP, you can restore with blood vials. So blood vials are the primary healing. I do have to get used to. I gotta get used to the controls of this game because it's rather. It's gonna be rather interesting. Very different from what I've just been doing this whole time. Hunter's Mark, dangling upside down rune etched into one's mind, symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes but awakens afresh, as if it were all just a bad dream. We have the starting equipment, so hood worn upon waking to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness without memory, who will ever know. Clothing worn upon waking to the nightmare of blood and beasts, not typical clothing for Yharnam. Perhaps it is of a foreign origin. It is said after all, the traveler came to Yharnam from afar, without memory, who will ever know. Bandages worn upon waking, terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood ministration involving the transfusion of unknown blood, not long after the nightmare began. Trousers worn upon waking, not typical clothing, said after all, the guy came from afar. That's kind of what we got, so. We're going to read item descriptions as we get them so we can learn more about the lore of this game. Doing this style of lore information, this is not something I typically do with any Dark Souls games. In fact, I just got done streaming Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, doing the DLCs for Dark Souls 1 and 3, and for the most part I only ever read the item descriptions in the Dark Souls 3 DLC. It's not something I typically do, but I'm going to start doing it a lot more, just so that I can utilize that content-wise, and just kind of get that out there, just provide a little bit of some fun and love there. So we're in Central Yharnam. So this is it. This is the game. We're in this Gothic Victorian style era based city known as Yarnum. Now, Yarnum is both, in this game, it is both the land and the city. Okay, so it is this specific city that I find myself in, and the region. Alright, we're gonna get this guy's attention.
Away! Away!
Gotta get behind him. Uh-oh. Alright, we're gonna run past him. Well, we will, and that's kind of what I don't want to happen. Alright, so we're gonna just go ahead and climb up. We don't have any of our weapons or gear. No, Gray's coming. Dummy. And here's our first bonfire. So these lamps are the equivalent of the bonfires in this game. Lamp now transports you back to the Hunter's Dream upon death. And we are going to return to the Hunter's Dream, because that guy's going to kill me if I don't. Nice try. So, yeah, we're going to go to the Hunter's Dream. This is this game's version of Firelink Shrine. And typically you get here because you die to the first monster. We're going to go back down and kill those dudes in a moment. It's rather important. This game is such a fun experience. So yeah, this is the Hunter's Dream. It's a very, very small kind of hub world. So you do have all these little messages here. So after taking damage, this period of time in which attacking an enemy will restore a certain amount of health. You'll see that because the top left corner where I have my health bar, the little white line that you see at the end of it on that right side will cut further left, but there'll be more of like an orangish looking red that'll signify the health that's available for me to restore upon returning some damage. Firearms are going to be a point of this game, so we're going to have guns, and the point of the guns are to act as our parrying mechanic. So this game is a lot more of a fast-paced combat. Trusting your notes with messengers will allow hunters from other worlds to read. Yep, so it's like online stuff. And then these are where we can go if we want to start teleporting to places. We'll be able to unlock all these headstones. Okay, that'll be fun stuff. We have this abandoned doll, and that'll come into play in a minute. But we get our starting weapon. So the messengers offer you what's called a trick weapon. Choose trick weapon. Choose one trick weapon. Sorry, choose one. Words. Trick weapons are wielded with the right hand and employed in beast hunting. So we have the saw cleaver, which 90 physical attack plus 7, has a D in strength and E in skill. Pretty good durability. We have the hunter's axe, which has a D in strength and E in skill, but it has better base damage. So that is going to be the route that we go. It's got higher durability. Absolutely fun weapon. And then we have the breaded cane, which has a C in skill. So if you use one of the skill backgrounds, it's going to be a way better option for you. But we're going to go ahead and choose the Hunter Axe as our starting weapon. And we can go ahead and... one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used on the hunt, retains the qualities of an axe, but offers a wider palette of attacks by transforming. Boasts a heavy, blunt attack, leads to high rally potential. No matter their past, beasts are no more than beasts. Some choose this axe to play part of the executioner. So that's what we have. Now, the fun part about trick weapons is this, right? So we have this in our main hand, and we can attack with these just light attacks. We can also do heavy attacks if we want. Those heavy attacks can be charged, as well as just plain like that. And then, click L1, boom! Now this is why it's called a trick weapon, right? So now we have this is how we dual wield, single wield, two hand, and boom. Now it has this wide swing, fun stuff, right? So that's what we got there. Now we go over for our selection of firearms. We should have displayed this so we could read them. Pistol made at the workshop for hunting stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are especially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The blunderbuss is Let's see. Impact of this heavily effective weapon counter beasts with movements, since widespread is nigh on guaranteed to hit the mark. So when it comes to these, as you can see, this deals more damage, so it has more blood attack. Blood tinge is going to be the skill that feeds into that. This has lower blood tinge attack, but obviously it's going to have a wider shot. We're going to go with the Hunter pistol. There's really no reason to do anything else. There we put left hand. Go boom. Fun stuff. And we are going to get this notebook. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Online use only. Leave notes with messengers. Read the notes left to messengers. Basically like the soapstone, the orange one. This is our workshop or our storage, so we can store items and retrieve items that we've stored between a variety of different types of weaponry. I'm so glad that they eventually added the categories for what those weapons could be between the different factions in the game, as well as with the attire as well. So very good stuff. And then we have also all of our blood gems, as well as our Carol runes, Themirian chalices, Intertomb chalices, Orange chalices, and Is challenges. So all the good stuff. So that's that. This is our workshop where we can upgrade, we can fortify weapons, making them stronger. We can repair weapons if they've been damaged. So all the good stuff there. Let's see what we got here. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. And then the memory altar, workshop tool acquired, that's fine. And then we're going to talk to this old guy.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now.
Stuff.
I am Gairman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
What did he say?
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. You're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog.
Okay. So
this was...
Yeah, it's just repeating. Okay, no problem. These are the chalices. So these are little dungeons that we can use, and then this is the shop. So let's see. Blood vial. Special blood used administration restores HP. Once a patient has had their blood administered, a unique but common treatment in Yharnam, successive infusions recall the first and are all the more invigorating for it. No surprise that most Yharnamites are heavy users of blood. Special bullets used with hunter firearms. Ordinary bullets have no effect on beasts, so Quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood must be employed. The strength of Quicksilver bullets depends greatly on the wielder's blood tinge. One of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck old Yharnam, fire has become a staple in beast hunts, and it is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain type of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. Quite thrilling. Ah! We got Yharnam hunter stuff. Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yharnamites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits and has excellent straightforward defense, but not nearly enough to allow an ordinary man to stand any real challenge against the beasts. Okay. So we have a named character already, Ludwig and Gehrman. Now, I've played this game before, but like I said, I don't really do the whole lore stuff. I watch the occasional lore video. I know some things, but for the most part, I don't. Now we're gonna go crusade and cleanse this place because these foul monsters are dark and demonic. Alright, we got some Molotov cocktails right off the bat. Good, good, good. Let's go ahead and swing up here. So we killed those, got those items all said and done. And then, as you can see, we have this. So we have this little lamp. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm actually interested in this because we have this window.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within
okay, so that's going to be our first point to go to, is we got to find the Cathedral Ward.
Birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders.
Ah, yes. Xenophobia, my favorite.
Near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
Right. Okay, so...
Across the valley...
Okay, he's just repeating. Let's do it one more time just to make sure.
Across the deep...
Yeah, okay. How big is this building? It's like a tiny little shack, and he's in it like a house. Okay, so we need to find the Healing Church so that we can get a hold of some information on their blood administration from what this guy said. It sounds like by doing so we can learn about this pale blood. Right, buddy? You didn't die. You can forgive me. Oh, great. To get their attention. The stairs. Good. Well, one way down there, but we're gonna go first. I think there's... No, we're free to just drop. Oh my god, they're crucifying monsters. Dude, that's dope.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
Trot along, will ya? Are you that out? Well, trot along. Well, trot
Wow. Yeah. They are classically xenophobic. Which is all fine and dandy. Yeah. Big homeboy over there that we can go deal with. Alright, this is going to be interesting how we want to do this. There we go. Got our first successful parry. Second successful parry. We're gonna do pretty good in this game, guys. Tempering Blood Gemstone. Okay. I played enough Zelda, and by that I mean I really haven't. I played like a little bit of Zelda, but enough of it to know that you just gotta break stuff. Okay, let's look at this item that we got. Alright, Tempered Blood Gemstone, physical attack up by 1.1%. A blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Blood gems are especially rare bloodstones that grow on cold blood. Blood gems are kneaded into weapons using workshop tools, but only when matching shape. They killed the horses. Alright, so anything that can be killed is getting killed.
Lads, you've come on. You'd open the door on a night of a hunt. Away with you.
Okay, so this is like the third time that we've heard about this hunt. So they're having like their... This is like the purge. Yeah. So it seems like Yharnam has their equivalent of the purge. Oh yeah, we gotta farm those items. I forgot. Yep. The enemies talk. Sorry, buddy. That new item we got. We got a bloodstone shard embedded in weapon fortify. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens that which does not crystallize is called the bloodstone. So that's like Titanite, if I'm right. It's been a while since I played the game, so all the like small mechanics I'm gonna have to get reacclimated to. I did get hit, but because of when I got hit and how I was able to return the damage, it's almost as if I didn't get hit. Oh, we gotta go kill that guy over there. Dude's just chilling. Sorry, bro. daughter in? I'm sure I'd won. Bell ring. Noise. Let's see what that is. Oh, you know what we gotta do? Blood echoes. Draw a little cold blood containing blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence and deep gratitude for their victim. Okay, so that's gonna be like the souls, like Soul of Brad Knight, Soul of Hero, that fun. Oh!
I don't reckon you're from round here.
No.
Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. How you call?
Okay, so if you're caught outside, it's game over. Like even the Yarnamites will help you.
Well,
it sounds like they won't even help each other. Like if it boiled down to it. So that's rather unfortunate. Bird. Fires commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effect. Sometimes when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. So, let's do that. Let's grab a cocktail. Let's... Real quick. Wow. Okay. I just want to check that out. That was really cool. Torch. Molotovs. I know torch is the left side one. So fire attack. Common torch formed by wrapping in pine resin drenched cloth. Hunters choose torches not only because the hunt leads them to the darkest nooks, but also because certain creatures they encounter are possessed by death and fear of flame. Oh. Okay. So some things are afraid of fire. How do we know what's afraid of fire? Is it like the dogs? Like, how do we know? That's my question. Them. Oh, crap. Get the dog's attention. Actually, that works. Bring it, bro. Blood vials. More bullets. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, well, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream real quick. Because I want to upgrade my Hunter's Axe. Alright. One death down. Let's see what we can do here. Blood echoes. Here's the right terminology. We got 2,000 blood echoes we got to go get and see what this, everyone hitting the weak guys. Going through this, kind of dying when we did is a little beneficial, I won't lie. Because we can farm blood echoes, or not blood, well, not just blood echoes. We can farm, farm blood vials. What I meant to say, farm blood vials. Which is, that's probably a blood vial. See? So there's benefits here. What's up, bro? That was actually pretty good. Good. Dog shovel or axe. Guy up here. There we go. Two-handed Hunter's Axe coming in clutch. Get him! Did we let anyone walk? I don't think we did. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, almost got all of our blood echoes back, which is nice. Probably safely ignore this guy, but I want to try something. Just gonna say I don't hate my life, but we'll figure it. Yeah, we're good there. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move nice and slow so that confident that if we heavy attack, we can bait out that critical, right? Oh, never mind. Bonafide, welcome in. Okay. That's fun. Do your stuff. Welcome in, Bonafide. It is always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Welcome to session 1 of some Bloodborne. We gotta kill these dogs. Before the rest of the hood come. How am I doing tonight? I'm doing really good. Thanks for asking. Oh god! We got him! That was good. Thanks for the check-in, by the way, as well. He's got my blood echoes. Hey! You weren't the one that killed me, monster. Alright, heal up. Alright, let's be a little bit more careful this time. Hit him. Go! Got him. Those were the guys that killed me. Wrapping up work on my end, new schedule. I completely feel that. I hate. Do you work from home by chance? Or you work at an office or at a location? You don't have to like get hyper specific, but I work remotely, so I get a little bit more flexibility on that side. So you got a big dude over there. What's that? Is that it? Oh, you thought, bro. We can drop down. What's that? But I know this way is towards a shortcut back to the bonfire. This is where we gotta go. Dogs here. This is where a dog pops out and be angry. I just realized that, bro. Dude, these guys are crucifying beasts, and it's awesome. I'm here for it. More bloodstone shards, upgrade more weapons. Bloodstone shards, upgrade more weapons. No. Yeah, it's real nice and fun. Okay, we gotta be a little careful. Drop down right here. What's that? Wait till he turns around. Come on, walk away. I legit need you to walk away. Oh boy. Move. Alright, down we go. So I have an awkward schedule, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. bi-weekly. The 1 to 10 schedule is half remote. Half remote is not bad. Maybe it's not ideal, but I can see. And that's the new schedule, is working those specific hours. I remember there being something down here that I needed to get. For the life of me, I can't remember what it is. Come on. I missed that. There we go. Critical hit. Nerd. down here that we would want to get this early. Oh, these spear guys are tough. There we go. Not tough anymore. Oh yeah, I think it's an item down there that we want to get. We could climb back up, so we actually still have a way back out of here. So we're going to do this. We're going to drop down right here. We have a rat, so we have to be careful. Thick cold blood, nice. So then we're going to do this. Other rats have not come near us, so we're good. The Bloodborne sucks. What I'm talking about, bro. What are you gonna do about that? That's what we're here for, is the Hunter Garb. Yeah, Bloodborne. Okay, so now we can go ahead and swap out our attire for the Hunter Garb. It's gonna be way better protection overall, which is good. The protections are not that major though, so we really don't have to care too much about our equipment in this game. So that part's kind of nice. This is where we really get to kind of be involved in kind of the classic element of these games called Fashion Souls, in which like the actual specific items that we use are not fully important, and so we're free to use them at our leisure. It's cool. We're free to do what looks cool. We're free to do what benefits us, do what we want. But there's really no major. There's not these huge differences. The biggest differences you're going to find are resistances. So there will be some sets that we use in specific areas because they're beneficial. Those benefits are few. Rats and dogs in this game are fugly. They are annoying. Very, very, very pesky. Okay, we don't need to keep going this way. So we only go here to grab the guard. You could keep going if you wanted to. I don't, so I'm not. See how that works? Rather simple process. I don't want to keep going, so I don't keep going. And because we have this ladder up here, we can actually go ahead and get all the way back up and then go back to where we were just a minute ago, so we can continue going down the route that you're supposed to go. This is a little bit of an offering. We got it, obviously, like you can see here, so we can get our first garb, because this garb is cooler than what we were using previously. We're also sitting at 6,600 blood echoes, so it's not that we have to be careful, per se, but we just want to be a little cautious about overextending ourselves unnecessarily, because we have, up until the very first boss of this game, to... Someone be talking. Someone be talking. Shotgun guy, punching blood cocktail. When the hunt began, the Healing Church left us, blocking the great bridge to the Cathedral Ward, as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. When the hunt began, the Healing Church left us, blocking the great bridge to the Cathedral Ward, as old Yarnum burned to the ground. Okay. So the Healing Church, it seems, were viewed... Based on the implications of that letter, they're probably viewed rather highly. And we're doing protectors. That is giving the impression that abandonment language is giving the impression that they were caught off guard that they were going to be abandoned. But, oh, that's another way to go. They weren't fully prepared to have been left alone. Shard. Okay, so we're back here. So Good stuff.
Across the valley to the that.
Still the same old stuff. Still the same old stuff. Okay. Eventually have to get up top. I don't want to go this way yet, because I'd rather focus on killing the first boss, which I believe is up here. If I'm right. I also really want to get this, but I also don't know where this is going to take me. Screw it, screw it. Ah, worth it. Oh, okay. I know where this goes. This goes to off-brand first boss. Got a little shortcut. Okay. Alright, so we're good, we're good. There's a couple bosses around this area. The first one we want to go to is the one that's on this bridge. Another big boy right here. Save our cocktails, though. Missed the shot. Yep. That worked out well. My only concern should be what is right behind that. We're gonna do an oil urn, Molotov, and then we are about to fight our very first boss, ladies and gentlemen, which is the infamous Cleric Beast. water. We have killed the cleric beast. We got the sword hunter badge. Some good stuff there. So that was fun. Now we have 11,000 blood echo, which is insane. What, 4 insight, I think? You can't see my blood echoes because it's hidden behind my camera, but that's fine. I'll let you guys know how much I have, if it's important to know. We're going to return to the Hunter's Dream. Now that we have that little shortcut back to the first bonfire, that leads us out to where those 2 big guys are. The best part now is that the doll's awake. The doll functions as our firekeeper, maiden of fire for like the 2 and 3 and demon souls. So she's going to be all of our levels. Consume insight and ring the beckoning bell to enlist cooperation of hunters from other worlds. Silencing blank ends the form of cooperation. That's for online play. Consume insight, ring the old hunter bell to enlist cooperation of old hunters. I think the old hunter bell is for NPCs. Alright, anyways.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll. Here in this dream to look after you, honorable hunter. Pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit.
Yep. I'm going to channel blood echoes to
Very
raise some
well.
stats.
Let me stand close.
And, okay. So, just a reminder, we want 50 strength, 15 endurance, 50 vitality, so let's go 15 there. 15 so we can be done with endurance for quite a while. Blood tinge we need to get to 7. We'll worry about that when we get to that, and we'll do strength. Yeah. That's a pretty good balance right there. Alright, so pretty good balance, all things considered.
Did you speak with Gehrman? He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here. In this dream, such is his purpose. Ah, the little ones.
Oh, the messengers.
Inhabitants of the dream. They find hunters like yourself, worship and serve them. Speak words they do not. But still, aren't they sweet? Very well.
Oh, I didn't even do that.
Ah,
Alright, we're good. So, now we can go ahead and get new items, because that's basically how this works. When you kill enemies, the big enemies, you can use blood echoes to get new stuff. So, all the good things. The Kirk Hammer is definitely a good, very, very good strength-based weapon. Very good. Phenomenal weapon, by the way, but we might work on saving up for that for now. Our Hunter's Axe is going to kind of save us for quite a while. The Kirk Hammer is really good. It's got good combos, too. That's one of the things I haven't shown you yet, is kind of the essentials around the trick weapon combos. Fortify weapon. Don't have enough. Repair. We don't have the workshop tool in order to put those in. Where's Gehrman? It's probably going to be over here somewhere. Alright, maybe I'm wrong. Where the fuck's Gehrman? Alright, let's read these. Pungent Blood Cocktail. A precious tool, matured blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. A precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yarnum, they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is the more intoxicating. Throwing knife with a finely serrated blade, one of the old hunter Henrik's favorite weapons, does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers, keep them at bay. Great old bell discovered in the underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. Cool. Okay. Old Hunter Bell, one of the resonating bells that cross the gaps of worlds. This bell is cracked and stained with the blood of beasts. A human must expend insight to ring this uncanny bell. The old hunters who have long passed from the dream but cannot forget the feelings of the hunt rely upon messengers to relay their thoughts. Ring the bell at their side and they are certain to give a listen. For the night of the hunt is long and unchanging. Sword Hunter Badge, one of the badges crafted by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. So was that couldn't have been Ludwig, right? If he's like this named church hunter, but one of the clerics obviously then turned into one of these beasts. Is what I'm getting. What are you? Where the fuck is Garen? Alright, I guess he's just gone. Cool. Back to, let's go back to Central Yarnum, because now I know from here we have to go and find, Father Gascoigne is our next major boss. Cleric Beast is boss 1.
But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward, and during the hunt the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
Right.
No.
Okay, he's just reading. Come on. Give me my stuff. Oh, nice. Nice. Alright, we gotta kill all the dogs. 2. Let's wait. Damn. Oh. There we go. Should've died easier. We're getting good at this, guys. As long as we remain good at using that skill, we will be just fine in this game. Granted, I gotta try not to die as often as possible. It's gotta be my goal is to not do that. Okay, this is a shortcut. I remember that part. I think that goes... Actually, I think it goes down. Yeah, it goes there, because I think our next boss is in there somewhere. So Gilbert mentioned we gotta find an aqueduct in order to get to the Cathedral Ward. Great. That's enough. Why is someone crying, dude? Like, get over yourself. Mention I don't like the dog. Because I don't. Alright, so let's go this way. So we have a dog. I imagine this NPC is like in danger.
Well, do you know of any safe places? I've heard I have. Well, if you once has got off your arse, you're obligated to what you do. And you could... You're good for nothing. Go on. Go and stuff it. I know all your tricks.
Okay, so Sheeny is a safe place, but we don't know where that is. Now, I just remember that there's a spot in the Confusion where you find an actual church, and that becomes like a secondary Firelink Shrine, if you would. Even though I know it's a really poor way of wording it. Jack. Aha! Right.
Oh. A hunter, are you?
Oh.
And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here. To welcome the new hunter.
Bold hunter's mark.
Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now.
Okay.
Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves. What are you... Oh. What are you...
best way to get down, which is going to be like by dropping. Dropping is going to be the best way to get down. We're going to figure out where we want to do this. Makes sense. If I can drop down on that. Have to drop down. On that part, we are... Oh! Hold up. Oh, okay, so it's the same issue with that. Okay. Alright, well. Try not to die. Yes! Okay, so that guy was 2 hits. That's not bad. I don't think homeboy here with his back turn is going to be 2 hits, but we're going to find out. Granted, we could also do a heavy attack if we can get close enough to him. Just like that. Oh. That's just crazy, dude. Oh, it's such a good attack. I love it. Alright, so we're going to go over there in just a moment. But I want to go out here first. Found the aqueduct, which is good. This is where we want to go. We have a ladder, which is good because we're going to need to be able to get back up. But before we go do that, let's go over here. So we dropped 2 items, and it looks like each item's on each side. That side's got a lot of rats, so we're going to not do that side first. Do that side second. We're going to drop down right here. Okay. Way of doing that, but nonetheless, it worked out great. That's not bad. That's a long way. Just these 2. Madman's knowledge. Okay. We also didn't read these. Dangling upside down rune etched in the mind of the hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity. Allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes. Okay, so that's basically like a homeward bone. Scroll of a madman touched by the wisdom of the great ones. Used to gain insight. Making contact with eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. Yeah, so this game's got a Lovecraftian influence, if you couldn't tell. That. All that talk of the great ones is Lovecraft. Lovecraft. Rats. But yeah. Was not. So we are gonna sign over there. I'm gonna grab. Oh. Going to be a fun little go-around, guys, because I don't see another ladder, and this dude's freaking stuck into the ladder, which is just straight up not good. That's crazy. How does this happen? Alright, that'll work. How's that for Eldritch Wisdom? We know there's one rat down here, so we're actually going to drop down on this side, because we know the 3 rats are close. Want to die. We got a wide swing. That's why we do what we do, guys. Ooh, a new weapon. So we have a saw spear. So it's going to be a new weapon. Okay, let's take a look at that real quick. The saw spear. So one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by those who dedicate themselves to the hunt. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a medium-range spear. The saw, with its set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. Okay. So, it's kind of a mid weapon in that regard. Just kind of big base damage. A little bit better than, I think, any of the other weapons other than the Hunter's Axe. But I think that, obviously, the trick stuff is probably what really set it apart. So that was one of the things that we didn't really get into, though, is... Yeah, okay, so this is kind of like a wider weapon. Is trick combos. So these are going to be things I'm going to try to start using a little bit more often, just to show you guys just some base components of the game. So the trick combos utilize. That was where we got the Hunter's Guard, by the way. So this is where we can go to keep going. Do that. We want to get these items. We got to go back up. But the trick combos would look stuff like this, right? So you do a light attack followed by a trick attack, and it switches the weapon mid-attack, right? So the trick attack is my L1 on my console, and my light attack is obviously my R1. So it's a mixture of using them. You could also do it in reverse. So you could do a big swing, a trick attack like that. Same thing. Saw cleaver vibes is what it does. It's not okay. We do want to go down there. This is usually a shortcut. But by this, I mean the ladder, that one. Like that's potentially a shortcut. So as long as we hit this, we should be good. Nice. Let's do this first because we can go down there in a minute. I think this is just a shortcut. So we can keep building on kind of the progress that we've made already. So many items that I've missed, which is always a very good saying. Oh, this is a shortcut. Okay. Good. Madman's knowledge. That's kind of like humanities, but not really. They don't function to the same exact degree, but you get the drift. It's kind of like the off. Backstab. I think that's important because I believe this is a person.
Wretched outsider, trying to fool me to open this door. Heavens, the depths of depravity. Wretched.
Never mind. Anyways, there's a shortcut up here that leads me back to kind of like the longer road where we started. This person's important, I know that.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? And please will you look for my mum? Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him. But now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you.
That quest.
My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box.
Oh, we do have to defeat. Okay, good. So we got the music box. We need that to fight.
It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
There's a lot of options with this quest line. Okay, but it ultimately starts with killing Father Gascoigne. This enables us to get to her a lot easier. That is, but that's where Eileen was. Oh, I love this. This is a feature that I started replaying Dark Souls 1. You can't do that in Dark Souls 1. It sucks. Take that. We got more birds. Bring on birds. We got a pig. I do believe that pig is important. But we will get to that pig in just a second. We gotta get behind that pig. But we're gonna, I think we can go from the front, or we can actually just go from behind. I forget. Regardless, the reason why I said we're gonna wait a second is because we have dun dun dun. A shortcut. Now, one of the things that I really enjoy about Bloodborne, so still watching, just know that one of the things that I really enjoy about this game is that the game has just a good grip of sustainability with these blood vials. Some bullets are very farmable by just rank and file enemies. Yeah, there's a ladder over there that'll take us to the backside of the pig, so we gotta go this way with the trigger. triggered. Run, 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 run. Exactly the way I would have wanted that, but it still works. Dead enemies are dead enemies. Okay, it doesn't fully matter how. But now we got Home Dog to kill right up. Oh! Get your attention. That'd be super nice. Uh-oh. Not your shield. So, if you braved the dangers of the oh-so-deadly pig, then what would have happened is you could have gotten behind. Could have gotten right behind giant guy. But as you can see here, we're about to fizz this bubble. Something I thought I'd see. What's this? Saw Hunter badge. Yes, that is something we need. Full blood dew. Blood vial. Also what we need. Here. Oh. That way that leads most assuredly to death. We are really close to gas. That's fair, we're on a bridge. Or on a ladder. Probably can't do much on the ladder. What we need is that tiny music box. It'll make sense when we get to it. I promise you. To summon no, we're not online. Hold on. Father Gascoigne. Yeah, if I'm right, there's a summon you can have for this. If I'm right. Does he not have a summon? Here we go. I know you can summon him to assist with the cleric beast, but it's a process that you don't typically get to. So miniature boar. Nothing that I can see. So, this will be great. Really hope we don't die to this. Okay, so we have our first major boss, which is a hunter named Father Gascoigne. He's a church hunter, I believe. As you can see, he has succumbed to the same bestial rage, seemingly, as the rest of the city.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later. What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
There we go. Oh! I want to show you something. So, when you get it really low, it transforms. You use that tiny music box. It stuns it. And the lore behind that is because Father Gascoigne was that little girl's father. Right? So the tiny music box, play a small music box received from a young Yarnum girl, plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly, Viola and Gascoigne. So, there's that. I'm going to say a rather easy boss fight, all things considered. Huh? Oh. Okay. Now, before we continue, red jeweled brooch. We do need that. Yep. Woman's bright red brooch, engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from the hunter. Used to change into a droplet of blood gem. Or sorry, used to change into a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon with a proper workshop tool. Various weapons have been fortified. Use it, but if we return it to the girl, I think she eventually gets herself killed. Burden Tomb Key. Nope. We'll return the hunter's dream. So, okay, so either way, the result is still the same. So what I was looking up, let's look at these. So key to the gate that blocks the tomb of Erden. Beyond the tomb, Erden Chapel can be found in the center of the cathedral ward. Only today the church is abandoned. Some say that the residents of Erden have all gone mad. Badge crafted long ago at the workshop, attesting one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge, except the messengers in the bath, who understands its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with the hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. It's true. Off we go. Be a good item to get. That's also a good item to get. So cleaver. So the saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transformed to a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw, with its own set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, only grows in effectiveness. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by hunters on their duties, sufficiently deadly as a rigid blade cane, also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beasts with the whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. A trick weapon, typically used by the Healing Church hunters, on one side an easily handled silver sword, on the other a giant obtuse stone weapon, characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. The Church takes a heavy-handed, merciless stance towards the plague of beasts, an irony not lost upon the wielders of this most symbolic weapon. And then the repeating pistol, typically used by Healing Church members, crafted with mostly metal parts and exhibiting a complex design. The repeating pistol fires 2 shots at once, making it a ravenous consumer of quicksilver bullets. Should be used sparingly compared to its workshop counterpart as the trump card in one's arsenal. Fair. Getting the Kirk hammer though is 105. I think it's better. We're gonna go Kirk hammer.
Welcome. What is very well?
Okay, so we got to start with 1 skill and 1 strength, so we can equip the Kirk hammer. Already, it's gonna be way better because 107 plus 15 is 122, but 105 plus 19 is 124. So it's already dealing more damage, and it's just on its base level. So Kirk hammer it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get Gascoigne's set. Hunter attire worn by Father Gascoigne, similar to Hunter garb created at the workshop, only that these are tainted by a pungent, beastly stench that eats away at Gascoigne. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land. There is no such rank in the Healing Church. Oh, so he's not even from Yharnam. Or is he? The Digi-Scarf is a holy shawl and symbol of the Healing Church from which Gascoigne would eventually part ways. Oh, so he split. Similar to Hunter garb. Yep, same thing. Same thing, cool. Yeah, so he left at some point. He was just like, alright, peace. Let's go get the Erden Chapel. I believe that's the next major area. Then we want to get close to ending it for the night. We're close to wrapping it up. We're going to run out of time. But hopefully we can get just a little bit done here. So, with our new Kirk hammer in hand, we're going to go ahead and run up this way. Nothing to see here. I think this puts us in a building. It does. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. The Bergenworth spider keeps our master from us. Blood Gem Workshop Tool. Ooh, I know what that is. A misplaced workshop tool from the Hunter's Dream. The Hunter who retrieves can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties, making them stronger. Yeah, this might be the chapel, which means we can start going back, because we got to tell that one lady that this is a safe space, and then also the girl. This is the part of, this is like where we can send just NPCs that are trying to not die.
Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does. Always has, you know. Since forever. But it won't end nicely. Not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk. The stench of blood. The snarls of beasts. None of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. If you would.
Okay.
I know I should, if you happen upon someone while hunting, if this. Oh.
Same thing.
I know I should, if. Oh.
Cool. I can't remember if there's someone here already. No. But last, we need to go and tell people. Probably just better to fast travel. We're gonna go back to Gilbert. I legit don't know what better place to go. We gotta find the old lady and then the kid. And we gotta tell them both about the chapel. That's what we gotta do.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. But before I take this,
The flame sprayer.
I made note what afflicted me was incurable. But this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate. Unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human.
Alright. Don't worry about you. There we go. That is a little brief introduction on some of the trick combos. I'm gonna find this old lady. That's not good. Come on. That sucks. This way, because the old lady's over here. Dog. Thank you. Alright, let's tell her about.
There wasn't much better than this. Well, an outsider working. Well, don't you want go slit some bro?
Okay.
Oh, wait. What the?
Okay. So we told her, so she's good. Now let's go get the girl. We're gonna go. We're gonna go the fun way to get her. Oh, meantime, let's look at our new gun, the Flame Sprayer. A special weapon used by certain members of the Healing Church. Spits searing flames by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Not the most efficient weapon by any stretch, but sometimes the Sea of Flame is just what the doctor ordered. Besides, the Beast of Yharnam can always use a good cleansing. So the Healing Church not only seems to have something to do with this blood administration, but they're also a bit on the defensive, which is good. We want to see that. It's probably going to serve me a little bit better. Got him. Her gamer is one of the greatest trick combos of all time. This. Oh. I didn't mean to suck that badly. I don't think any of these guys want to come with me.
Are you that was Trotter?
Yep. They didn't ask about safe places earlier, so I don't think they care.
Lad. Oh, what?
That's fine. We gotta save up money for that. That badge. Oh my god. Kirk Hammer! Yeet! And sucks, dude. Oh. Luckily we can use one of the bolt hunter marks to get back when we need to. Kill home dog over here. Always does the trick.
His dad's finished. Bullets. Oh, we're so close. And I'll never pass up an opportunity to get more blood echoes, so that's why we're getting what we can.
gonna charge. Talking about against a Kirkhammer, baby. Freaking nothing. Kirkhammer's easily one of the best weapons in this game. They just hands down. We should be good here.
Hello.
Not give.
Oh, okay. But maybe Mum would wait until what do you think?
Tell her about the
Yes,
Earth Chapel.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad.
Yeah,
And
so we have
Granddad.
to send her.
I love you.
Now, go ahead and use the Bold Hunter's Mark to go back to the dream. And then we can use Father Gascoigne to get to the pig. And then we're done for the night. Stuff. Okay. So, that being said, we're going to go to the stream. So we sent the girl to Erden Chapel, but what you're gonna find is that there's no saving this girl. She's gonna die either way. So if you thought we were gonna be saving her, please get rid of that idea as quickly as possible. Because she dies if you give her the brooch. She dies if you tell her about Erden Chapel. I just tell her about Erden Chapel so we can keep the brooch because you can use it. It turns into a blood gem. Right, little utilitarian there. What we want to do is go to the pig because she dies at this pig. Wait, pig. These guys are a good place to farm blood vials, by the way, because as you can see when they drop them, they drop 2. Dies of this pig. We want to do this. Just walk right up. Same thing we did to him last time. Alright, so Peeta, please don't. Can't say anything. Nothing good. And we get the red messenger ribbon. So the red messenger ribbon is proof that the little girl has passed away, that she's died. So again, if you give her her mother's brooch, if you tell her to go to Erden Chapel, she dies. So changing that, you get that ribbon, and that's where you find the ribbon. So that's how you kind of conclude her portion of the quest line. We will come back to that location way, way later. I won't spoil that just yet. So. But for now, we've pretty much done everything in the central Yharnam area of this game. So now we can transition over to the Cathedral Ward. We're going to very quickly go do some blood kneading so that we can just upgrade our Kirkhammer just a little bit. We are going to go to these guys here. Did we sell the ribbon? Just give him the ribbon. The thick pungent red was drawn from organs of some unfortunate victim. A strange choice indeed, but perhaps for the messengers wearing this accessory constitutes a form of mourning. I guess someone will eventually have one. Gehrman.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight if the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits. Seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy and the few were lost, but if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say? One of a town of...
Okay. What? Yeah. Wait. Do I do it here? I do it here. Okay, blood gem fortification. Ooh. So, Kirkhammer, we can put either of these in, so we can do the tempering blood gemstone or the red blood gem. I'm gonna go ahead and do the red blood gem because this is our fun little weapon. And just leave it be, I guess, for now. Alright. Let's level up one last time.
Very well. Farewell, good mate.
And then let's go to the cathedral ward so that it saves. We'll rest at the lamp, but I just want to make sure that the old lady got here. She should have. Henrik. We've read about Henrik. He's a partner with Father Gascoigne. Okay, that's good. It's good to know. So we know of Ludwig, Gascoigne, and Henrik being these old hunters. Lady.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yarnum's in is all your fault. Stupidity outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type. You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks. You.
Alright. Talk to this guy, because say...
Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow. If you find any sane survivors, well, send them along to Erden Chapel, will ya? If you find any, send them.
Okay. Alright. Turn back to the Hunter's Dream, that it saves, and that is going to be where we go ahead and end it for tonight. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and see if there's anyone on that we could potentially raid out to, so we can keep this party kind of moving in a fun direction. Let's see here, we got, there's a few people that are on. We haven't raided out the Goliath in a while. We'll raid out the Goliath TTV and see how he's doing. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. So, thank you guys for another great stream. I do really appreciate it. For those of you guys watching on YouTube, feel free to go ahead and drop a comment, leave a like, do what you got to do to kind of help with the video. I'd love to maybe had a little bit of support on that end if you made it this far. Got to remember to say that up front, though, so that people actually go and do it. But we'll be continuing through more of Bloodborne, so I hope you guys enjoy the series. I stream live on Twitch on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Tuesday, Friday nights, Saturday morning. It's Mountain Standard Time. So feel free to follow me so that you can go ahead and get a hold of my schedule on Twitch. Without further ado, let's go ahead and raid out to Goliath TTV, who I believe is currently playing some Z1 Battle Royale, which is what he typically plays. But yeah, we'll get this raid started. Thank you guys again. Like I said, hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Tell someone that you love them. And I will catch you guys in the next one. So, peace out.
No.